Here's a quick time update of the Douglas County Board of Commissioners meeting. I'm Lloyd Higuera. With me is County Manager Steve Mokrohiski and also Interim County Manager Larry Werner. And welcome to both of you. And we're going to be looking at the April 3rd agenda. And right on top of the agenda, Commissioners appointed Larry Werner as Interim Douglas County Manager for 6 months while Commissioners conduct a nationwide search for a new county manager since Steve is departing.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, sad to go, but you're in good hands here with Larry, who's the retired Carson City Manager, and maybe you want to just introduce yourself, Larry.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Lloyd. Yeah, I'm excited to be back with Douglas County. I did a stint here a few years ago and lived in Douglas County for a long time and have an opportunity to kind of take the programs that the staff and Steve have done and move them forward, hopefully. So
Great. Well,
looking
we'll
forward to
look
it.
forward to working with you on the county manager's report here. Another item on the Commission's agenda, Commissioners approve funding for the Vista Grande Enhancement Project in the Indian Hills area at a cost of $900,000.
And this has been a long running discussion between Douglas County and Indian Hills, and there's a section of Vista Grande Road between Micah Drive and Amador Circle that Douglas County actually maintains. It's in disrepair. There's no curb gutter sidewalk there. There's a lack of pedestrian access and no bike lanes. And so the project, as the board determined at this meeting, meets a number of findings to qualify for redevelopment agency funds that we have. And we're excited about pursuing this enhancement project that not only will repair and reconstruct the road, but will add to the pedestrian connections to the James Lee Park and the recreation opportunities there and the commercial areas up on Micah Drive. So a really nice public infrastructure and recreation and transportation enhancement project there. And then Indian Hills has agreed to take over that road for maintenance after the reconstruction is done, which will ultimately save Douglas County over $300,000 per year, we believe, over a 20-year period.
Okay, another ordinance that Commissioners introduced was clarifying Douglas County Code in regard to live entertainment and special events.
And it was a number of clarifications from a prior code update we did a little over a year ago to particularly look at clarifying the definitions in the liquor code related to live entertainment and special events, clarify various liquor license classifications and endorsements, and clarify the application and approval process for those who want to do special events, particularly live entertainment. We've seen some issues in the town of Genoa in particular. So we brought the DA, the sheriff, the county manager, and residents and businesses in the Genoa area in particular together and came up, I think, with some good clarifications.
Okay, Commissioners adopted an ordinance between Douglas County and Clear Creek Development. This was in regard to the water improvement loan.
Right, and this is to connect a water line from Jacks Valley Elementary to Bavarian, which is where the Clear Creek development will occur, just northwest of there, and then down to Montana, which is serving Douglas County's West Valley customers. And so it's a second reading, and we've talked about this before, and the board is making sure that we have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. We have security bonds in place. We know the financial institutions that are going to back the county's contribution $1 million and then repaid by water connection fees from Clear Creek. So I think a good due diligence process that the board and the staff have done there.
Also introduced was an ordinance to increase the maximum size of accessory dwellings from 800 square feet to 1,200 square feet on lots that are a minimum of 1 acre.
Right, and this really was just to address allowing for some additional square footage for properties, 1 acre parcels that want to have an accessory dwelling. Code already allows for 800 square feet. This would contemplate increasing it to 1,200 square feet, as well as eliminating the requirement that accessory structures that are not dwellings don't have to have the matching materials of the main dwelling, but those that are accessory structures in the residential zoning district do have to have. So some cleanup there and a little bit of additional square footage allowed for the mother-in-law type suite for those 1 acre only parcels.
A resolution proposing the issuance of general obligation limited tax water bonds at a maximum of $1.5 million was approved.
And we've talked about this also, and this is for the Sierra Country Estates water system that Douglas County took over, was failed. We're accounting for that separately and independently from the other water systems in the valley and the lake. And so these costs, this $1.5 million bond issuance for capital improvements in that system, will be borne by the residents and customers within the Sierra Country Estates, not by customers and residents outside of that area.
Couple of appointments commissioners made. They appointed a new member to the Planning Commission.
Right, we had 4 applicants. Jeremy Davidson resigned his post to move to Reno, and Anj Nif, Marco Caldana, Nicholas Meyer, and James Beatty all applied. 3 of those individuals attended the meeting and spoke and did a great job. The board ultimately supported on a 5-0 vote James Beatty, who's a resident of Lake Tahoe. So this will be the one and only Lake Tahoe resident on the Planning Commission, so nice addition there.
And commissioners also appointed Planning Commissioner Don Miner to the State Land Use Planning Advisory Council.
This was also a spot vacated by Jeremy Davidson, and we had 2 planning commissioners, and as you said, the board appointed Don Miner.
Okay, well that pretty much gives us all the information about the meeting of April 3rd. That's a quick time update on actions taken by Douglas County Commissioners. At their meeting, I'm Lloyd Higuera with departing County Manager Steve Mokro-Heiske. We'll miss you, Steve.
I will miss you too. Thanks,
And also
Lloyd.
with interim County Manager Larry Werner. And that's it for our quick time update.